Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Jeremy Parvin here. We've got a property coming available for rent on Spring Valley Road. The first half of this video will be for prospective tenants, and then the second half of this video will be for subscribers, landlords, and future landlords. Say hi, Lily. Okay, so this is 31 Spring Valley Lane, Ringgold, Georgia. $17.95 a month with a $3,500 deposit, or you can do $18.95 a month with a $1,500 deposit. You can start out with a smaller deposit to move in and then put more down later to lower your rent at any time. Kitchen has granite, gas stove. We've upgraded the tile in the kitchen and all three of the bathrooms. Very private lot. You can see straight across. There's not a house, and there's not a house on one side of you either or behind you. So even though you're in a subdivision, it's a very secluded lot. Fireplace. That LVT in the living room there, as well as in the master, is new also. Kind of a gray color in the living room area there. You can see going out to the deck, you also have a door that goes into the master. So see how private it is going down into those. There's a creek down at the bottom of that hill, and you can kind of see through a little bit to the neighbors there, but super private back there. Got our blinds built into that door. So you're coming into the half bath area here under the steps and going into the master there on your left. So you'll see the two doors to the adjoining master closet behind me here, right there. And then in the master bath, you'll see we also upgraded the countertops to granite, and the tub is a garden tub, so it's a little wider than standard, which is nice. Really clean house. Very good flow and use of space. So master on main, of course, and the other three bedrooms are upstairs. And there's a full bathroom upstairs also. So a great room up here for an office, of course kids, spare bedroom, etc. So we tiled this one also. Really clean. Really good lighting in these two, or actually all three of those bedrooms. The last tenant had his office here in the left that we're going into now. And we will be touching up we're painting this wall, painting a couple walls here and a couple walls around the house. It was painted, the entire house was painted before the previous tenants moved in, and they were there for a little more than a year. They bought a house, and so they're moving out. They actually have a couple of months left on their lease, and I'm going to try to get it rented early for them to save them some money. So again, if the signs are in the yard, feel free to walk around and look at the windows. The garage has a storage shelf up there, which is kind of cool, and the laundry is over there in the corner. Gas water heater, so it refreshes very quickly. It has two central heating and air units. One is gas and one is electric. Okay, so looking at my homepage at ChattanoogaLeaseOption.com, if you scroll down and come to the first property available, 31 Spring Valley Lane, it'll take you to the property details. This is in the Chattanooga area. It's on the Georgia side in Ringgold, and a little town called Graysville, which has a great desirable school zone. It's 1,720 square feet, 2.5 baths. It's in the Mill Creek subdivision, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. It's only 9 miles from Volkswagen and Amazon. Got a 2-car garage, just 5 minutes from Hamilton Place Mall and I-75. It does have a fireplace. It does have a dishwasher, a microwave, and a brand new gas stove. It's got a vaulted ceiling in the great room. The master bedroom also has a double walk-in closet, a tray ceiling, great looking house. The subdivision is hilly, but I like how the driveway is very flat. You can see the back porch here. There's also a door that goes into the master bedroom right here from the deck, as well as into the great room. So you can see there's a little bit of yard back here with grass that goes around both sides. A lot of good natural lighting coming in here for your table. A neat little ceiling feature in the kitchen area. So here's where you come in the front door, and here's where the table will go. This living room is a little on the small size, and the dimensions are in the details on this website. So if you have some huge furniture, you might want to measure this. That ceiling is vaulted. It's a little hard to tell here. So you can see kitchen going upstairs. Here's where you go into the master bedroom. There's also a half bath right there, and there's where you go out onto the deck. Here's a half bath under the stairs. This is the upstairs bathroom, one of the 3 bedrooms upstairs, upstairs hallway, another bedroom upstairs. The master is on the main floor, and then the other 3 bedrooms are upstairs. This is the master bath. So here's a look at the master bedroom. This goes out to the deck. As you can see, it's just below the border on the Georgia side. Very easy commute to downtown Chattanooga. If you are interested in this property, if the signs are up in the yard, feel free to walk around this property and look in the windows. There are 3 rental rates with 3 different deposits for this house. It simply lowers my risk the more deposit you put down, and so in return I lower the rent. You can start out with a smaller deposit and larger rent, and then after you move in, pay down at any time. In terms of qualifications, we're looking for about 3 times the rent and take-home pay, so approximately $5,400 a month in household income after taxes. The total to move in would be the first month's rent plus the deposit, so you're looking at $3,400 to $4,300. I'm also looking for proof of income, such as your last pay stub and a valid driver's license. We are looking for long-term tenants, but we do offer our properties available on a short-term basis for less than a year for a simple 25% premium and a $1,000 touch-up fee. We do allow pets. We have a simple non-refundable $200 per pet deposit, as well as a $20 a month pet fee. You can apply on the homepage or through Zillow. Don't forget to smash the like button if you like this video. This next section is for my YouTube subscribers, for my landlords and future landlords. I don't have this listed on Zillow yet. I'm waiting for the tenants to clean up the outside, and we're painting the inside, and then we'll shampoo. And once I do, I'll turn this on, but I can go out here and get this ready to make sure I've got the prices right and the details and those kind of things. But if I go in here, click on this, something neat that it shows you is it shows you comparable properties for rent. You can click on compare to mine. Something to note that this property, like I mentioned, is just over on the Georgia line. You can see the Tennessee-Georgia line here. Home prices are a little cheaper on the Georgia side because Tennessee does not have state income tax. So I'm going to want to compare it to the ones on the Georgia side. You see they're suggesting $15.95 a month based on their data. The other thing to notice is that most of these are inactive here. You can see one picture here, but you can't click on them and go anywhere. You can see they've got 3 bedrooms and 2 baths and those kinds of things. Mine has 4.2, actually it's 2.5. But over here, here's one that's active, and so you could click on this to say, how does mine compare? The outside of this house looks a little funny. Deck looks a little weird. It's kind of painted well. Looks like they did a really nice remodel. There's some really strange hardware in the kitchen. They did put granite, which was smart of them, yellow bathtub and so on. So I think my house is at least as nice as this one for $1,850. I'm asking $1,795. At $1,795 a month divided by 1,720 square feet, I'm asking $1.04 a square foot. And so I'm definitely within the range. It ranges from 90 cents a square foot up to 113. So again, I'm at 104. I'm definitely in the range there. The other thing I use to see how much rent I should charge currently when places come available, I track how much rent I get based on the value of the house. And for those of you who saw my recent video on should I increase rents, and so here I show the current rent that I'm getting for every property. Along the top is the different properties, rental house number 1, 2, 3, 5, all the way up to 37, and then you see time coming down here. You'll also notice when I did the rent increases, you'll see some new rates along this row and some coming up next month. But then I show the value of the property, and I simply do the math here of the rent divided by the value of the property to give me this ratio. So it's a little under 1%, and then the average of all these is the 0.77. If I took that 0.77 and multiplied it by the value of house number 4, or $235,000, I'll get 0.76, which is right in line with my average that I'm getting for my properties. And so that's how I came up with the rent rates. Oh, and just a little bit about this property in case you're interested. This was my 4th rental house. I originally did a lease option with the current owner who was trying to sell this property and was having a hard time selling this property back in 2005. And so I said, hey, I'll option it from you to try to find somebody to buy it from me, and I'll make your payment as soon as I get somebody to rent it from me. I did that, and then after 2 years, my tenants didn't want to buy it, and so then the actual owner said, hey, can you just buy this thing for me, man? We want out of this. They were a military couple that had to move, so after 2 years, I just went ahead and bought it from them, and it's been a great rental property since 2007. So I've had it about 14 years this October. I bought it from them for $140,000. Today, as you saw, it's worth about $235,000, so that's an increase of about $95,000. I've also paid this loan down over those 14 years as well. I just woke Lily up and it scared her. We've got some really exciting videos that we're working on, and so be sure to subscribe to the channel so you get notified. We do post weekly. Just to give you a teaser, we're going to do an interview format with a few folks, and our first one that we've got lined up, he is a real estate investor, he's also a broker, and he's also an attorney. Stay tuned for that one. I've also got another broker who wants to be on the channel. I want to get a local appraiser, an eviction attorney, and I've got a banker who's interested also. I'll be doing a monthly update video like I did last month, and we'll be doing an eviction moratorium update as we get closer to the June 31st deadline. If you haven't seen my 2 videos on that, I'll put a link up here to watch those. Those 2 videos I've done on that have been blowing up more than any other videos on my channel, so have a look at those if you haven't. Until next week, I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Say bye, Lily.